Coach Greg. In today's video, Larry Wheels, he didn't deserve it. And so apparently Larry Wheels, he doesn't deserve his pro card. I mean, after all, he has a mid-level physique. He doesn't have the conditioning, he doesn't have the size, the balance, the shape, nothing. And so these are the comments that I'm hearing. The IFBB is such a sad shit show that they need to pick influencers to be IFBB pros because they can't find a way to make it interesting without their clout. They said this about Sam Sulek. They said the same thing about Will Tenney. And now they're saying it about Larry Wheels. And let's look back 1 year ago. Larry Wheels narrowly got second place. And so if they were favoring social media influencers, why didn't Larry win last year? If it was a close second last year and they favor social media influencers, why wouldn't they give him the nod? Because they don't favor social media influencers. Larry Wheels takes fourth. Here's the truth. Larry Wheels, he wanted an extra challenge. He decided to compete in both classic physique as well as a super heavyweight in bodybuilding. And everyone knows he has a better chance to win his pro card in classic physique than in super heavyweight bodybuilding, but he chose to do both. And in super heavies, how did he do? Well, he ended up fourth. And why? Because there are other competitors who are much bigger, leaner, and have better balance than he does. And so remember, he didn't have to compete in open. And in case you're new to the sport, there's a huge difference between open class bodybuilders and men who compete in classic physique. Now, just because C-Bum can compete in both categories and place first or second in both doesn't mean everyone else can. And so as an open class bodybuilder, Larry simply doesn't have the size, he doesn't have the wheels despite his name being Larry Wheels. And so of course he's gonna do better in classic. New IFBB Pro Larry Wheels gets his IFBB Pro card in classic physique, winning his classic and overall. And so Larry, just like Sam Sulek, is now an IFBB Pro by winning not only his class, but in fact the overall. And so to all of those of you saying he didn't deserve it, he's too soft, he doesn't have the conditioning, he doesn't have the balance, he just won his pro card. And so what more do you want? And so what I personally think is people have set the bar so high that if you don't look like C-Bum, then well, you just didn't bring it. His structure is amazing, but he needs to get more conditioned and improve his legs. Feel like we're just rewarding subpar conditioning with this. I like Larry, but this is a joke. He looks too soft, like 5 to 6 weeks out. He barely has enough size for classic. How can he barely have enough size for classic when he literally struggles to make the weight cap? I mean, you want him to have bigger legs to balance out his upper body. If his legs balanced out his upper body, he would be 10 to 20 pounds above the weight class limit. And so you can't have both. I like Larry, don't get me wrong, but this isn't a pro-worthy level physique. He just won the overall and is now a pro. And so how is it not pro-worthy? And so Larry posts a victory photo, very excited to win his pro card, and he writes, "Just won my pro card. This has been a lifetime goal. OMG. Sam Sulek, when is your next show?" And so is Larry Wheels calling out Sam Sulek? Remember, both of these men both won the overalls, both winning their pro card in the very same year. And so who in fact is the better pro? And so who will it be? Is Sam Sulek going to beat Larry Wheels? And so my personal opinion is that Larry dominates Sam Sulek in the upper body, while Sam Sulek dominates Larry in the legs. And so, in my opinion, whoever shows up with the more improved body parts is going to be the victor. Both individuals now can add 10 pounds of muscle as they are now IFBB pros. In the pro division, they add 10 pounds onto their weight class. And so who is it going to be? Sam Sulek, who I do believe is going to compete at the Arnold Classic, or Larry Wheels? And so I commented, "Congrats, looks like Larry is ready now." And so if you remember, I posted a video recorded as he was 1 week out. I said, Larry isn't ready yet. And was he? Absolutely not. And so what did Larry do? Well, he did an hour of cardio a day while eating only 1,600 calories. And so essentially, he starved himself to lose enough body fat so that he could make it to the stage and actually win. Now, if Larry actually did a proper prep, Remember, practiced his posing as Jay Cutler told him to do. If he dieted longer than 7 weeks and came into the competition with 10 more pounds specifically in his lower half, I do believe he would be an excellent IFBB pro. But you said in your YouTube vid that he wasn't ready. You better be making an apology video, LOL. And so in response to the comment about me, I read, he wasn't ready in the video Greg made, but now he is. He pushed through and started doing cardio like Greg said. I saw Larry's comment to Greg. This commenter writes, you said he would never get it. Yet, literally, I made a video on Larry Wheels last year when he got second place, and I said Larry should have been the winner. I had him in first place, and I said if he competes next year, that I predict that he can win it. Remember, he's only been competing in classic physique for what, 3 days? He's just started. Give the guy a chance. And so I certainly think that Larry has a pro-worthy physique. I believe that he will come back next year and turn IFBB pro. And so how is it that when I predict Larry can come back and win, and then he does come back and win, that I'm predicting that he loses? It doesn't seem to make any sense. And so Larry wrote on my video, you were so excited to see me, you made a mess all over your laptop. Very accurate statement. Took me a long time just to clean it up. And so although he got a lot of hate, many people have come in to congratulate Larry. Johnny Munster, there we go, braza. Juji Mufu, hell yeah, best you've ever been, Larry. Hussein Farhat, let's go, proud of you, brother. Wesley Vizers, congratulations, as predicted, fire. Andrew Jack, yes, zir. And so what people don't understand is you can't simply judge by looking at your phone.
I wasn't able to find any photos of Larry Wheels from his classic physique class or from the overall classic physique, but I did find some. And I gotta tell you, I think this was a very, very clear case of a robbery.
I know you think you can. Oh, I'm just going to look at a photo on my phone. But the problem with a phone is that it doesn't capture the way they look like in real life. When you're in the first row as a judge, under the proper lighting with the proper tan and the oil, you can see everything that's happening. And so a few people saw a photo posted of Larry where perhaps he looked a little soft. It wasn't a very good photo. But if you were there in person, I promise you, you would see the striations, you would see the sheer size. Larry Wheels is a monster. And one of the reasons he won is because he's huge. 242 pounds, 6'1". This is a beast. And so yeah, his legs look small in comparison. That's because he has the back of a giant. And so in the super heavyweight division, remember, these are all monsters. They're all well over 225 pounds. You can see the guy next to Larry doing the most muscular. Look at the size of the quads. Bro is ridiculous. He has a full chest, shredded abs, incredible quads. And Larry, he couldn't beat him. In this category, he got 4th place, and that is why he competes in classic physique. Remember, in classic physique, they have a height and weight restriction. You can only get so massive, and it is much, much healthier. Think of it. If Larry were to go and open, he'd probably need to add 20 plus pounds in order to win his pro card. And how do you think he's gonna do that? With a shit ton / a boatload of steroids. It's the only way he can do it. But in classic physique, where he has to make a weight cap, he can only take so much. And do you not think that Larry could get a little bit bigger? Bro is eating 1,600 calories a day. He can only train at 20% intensity. And so if he was in open, I'm certain he would be much bigger. But it's not good for him. Now, frankly, eating 1,600 calories a day, also not good for him, but he had to do what he had to do to win his pro card by dieting for only 7 weeks. Now, if I were coaching him, I said, Larry, we're gonna diet for 12 weeks and we're gonna eat 2,600 calories. Now, I'm certain he would look even better, but you gotta give it to his coach. He got him in shape in only 7 weeks, and he's now an IFBB pro. And so only time will tell to see how good will Larry be as an IFBB pro. And so first pose, we see Larry doing a front double bicep pose. Now, starting with his upper body, it's absolutely ridiculous. Look at the width of the lats, the width of the shoulders, the peaks on the biceps, the smallness of the waist. pulling off a very impressive vacuum. Now, in his lower half, they are a little downsized in comparison. The calves could add more size, as well as quads. In particular, his left quad, the vastus lateralis, does seem to be slightly undersized. But bro is shredded. And switching over to the side chest pose, look at the striations of the glutes and the triceps. And you're saying he isn't conditioned. And so just because his body fat percentage is perhaps 0.5% higher than these guys, doesn't mean that he's off. And in the back, he's showing off a Christmas tree, and now not as shredded as Will Tennyson or even Sam Sulek, but it is very impressive after all. And as he hits the rear double bicep pose, this is one of the most impressive backs in the IFBB Pro ranks. Bro has just turned pro, and already his back double bicep, it's as good as any other. The width is insane. Now, could he work on getting the biceps higher than the delts? Of course he could. I don't know why people pose like this. It makes the arms look smaller. Guys, get the biceps higher than the delts. And freezing it right here, look at the detail. Bro's quads are shredded. Small vacuum waistline, and when he does flex the abs, he does in fact have a very small waist. And so, what do you all want? Is it because Larry is one of the most freakish humans on this planet that your expectations are simply up here? And so because he only brings in 99% conditioning, you're thinking, bro didn't bring it. He has to diet for 5 more weeks. And so an excellent job from Larry Wheels, who was able to bring it in only 7 weeks. He's one of the only humans in the world that could have done this. In 7 weeks, he went from an off-season Larry Wheels to an IFBB Pro. Last year, he came second nearly. I do in fact think he should have won last year. And now that he's allowed to gain 10 more pounds as an IFBB Pro, I'm excited to see how he's going to do. Larry, you got to hire Eric Janicki. You need to completely change the way you've been training your legs. Whatever you're doing, it isn't working. Can you bring the conditioning? Absolutely. Could you bring in more muscle with the same conditioning? Of course, and that's what you need to do. And so if you can add all 10 of those pounds in the lower half and do nothing with the upper half, look for Larry to compete at the Olympia. And so Larry, for the love of the blue lobster, can we not get on Turk Builder Max? You got to bring in 10 more pounds. It's got to be in the lower half. And if you were to try the Blue Lobster flavored pre-workout along with Turk Builder Max, imagine the muscle that you could put on. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. This is what you're missing. I mean, we all know that you can do it, but why do without? Imagine the difference this can make. And so if you're interested in the product that last time it sold out in 87 minutes before it was even listed, and what are you talking about? How does it sell out in 87 minutes before it's listed? Well, we have a VIP list of which you can join. You click the link in the description. And what that does is it gives you access to purchasing Turk Builder Max 3 hours before everyone else. It doesn't even go live. We just send you an SMS. It's a text message. It lets you know, hey, we're launching it. You can buy it. And so if you're on the VIP list, you get first dibs. And so if you want to get it on the next drop, join the VIP list. Now, I can guarantee we're going to sell out even faster than last time. And of course, I'm working on getting more. Y'all don't see me traveling the world. I'm literally right now in Barcelona. What do you think I'm doing? I got 50 keys of Turk all throughout the cathedral. And so I'm getting on a cruise ship in the morning. It's going to be a great time. And I'm telling you, I'm trying to get so much more. Don't you all think that I like making millions of dollars more than the millions of dollars I'm already making? You know I like this. It's a very good time. And so if I could make tens of millions of dollars selling Turk Builder Max, of course I want to do it. And obviously I'm going to try. I'm trying to do you all a favor. Do you a solid to try to get you authentic Ajuga Turkistanica from Uzbekistan. I got Marwan on an expedition going there for a week-long trip. It takes about 3 days by horse and buggy just to get into the vast arrays of this mountainous area in order to procure it. And so, guys, we're trying. It's hard. Now, the other competitors, they also are trying. And you know what they do? They get fake Ajuga from China, the copycat plant, and they sell it for half price. I wonder why? I mean, I was offered this for $5.85 for a bottle, and I said no. I mean, I could be making millions of dollars by lying, but I don't want to do that. I enjoy being honest and selling you exactly what you're paying for, and actually far and greatly exceeding label claim. And if you don't believe it, feel free to reach out to various YouTubers, for example, Will Tennyson, who use it, and oh, he won his pro card while being 100% natural. And remember, he's not the only one. There are lots of others who just can't go and announce it because they're sponsored by other supplement companies. And so I can't wait till you try it. Remember, money back guarantee and a $20 gift card. And so if you don't believe me, you don't have faith in me, you don't trust me, there's no risk. You use it, and if you hope to gain 10 pounds, you gain 9.5, you say, I want my money back. No problem. Here it is. And so if you do want to get it, and you want to get it before everyone else, you get on the VIP list, and not only that, you buy it immediately, as in under 45 minutes, because I'm predicting in the next drop, it's going to sell out in under 30 minutes. Every time we sell it faster than last time. And why do you think that is? People are buying it and they love it. I want more. We have 1 packs, 3 packs, 5 packs, 10 packs, 25 packs, 50 packs, and 100 packs. And so, interested, code Greg, 15% off. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm. Please like the video if you like it. Don't forget to watch one of those 2 bloops. Of course, I sell other stuff, but this is what y'all want. And so, who cares? Until next time, I am out.